Back again. All right, it's 24 this time. Back again with episode 24 on the Creased Podcast. Creased fam, what's going on? We appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm Trey Treasy. I'm here with my trusty co-host Kasita. What's going on, Kasita?
Not much, man. Ready for this 2-4, this Kobe episode. What's going on with you?
Yes, sir. So this is, like you said, this is a big episode for us. We definitely want to big shout out to Kobe. Just like if you watched episode 23, you can go back and check out all the stuff we talked about on Mike. And we have had a Mamba week. What week is that? Probably like 16, 15 like that, something like that. We'll tag it up in the corner up here. But yeah, so we just kind of want to shout out Kobe again. We got some big stuff for you this episode. So thank y'all for tuning in. Kasita, you want to kick us off with the L meter this week?
Oh man, L meter, so deep. What was it? Kobe 5 rings.
Yep.
Just speaking about Kobe's, definitely L on those. Restock on
Oh boy.
major big restock on the help me out. Union LA, the Union LA 4s, the Deltas, Zoom 92s, just L's all around. What about you, Trey? Any L's?
Oh yeah, all the L's. I got Delta L's. I got all the upset, but obviously most upset about the Kobe's. They weren't my favorite from this year, but those 5 rings, I would have liked to land those for sure. I would have loved to flip the Unions, not even gonna front. That would have been a great flip this year.
I'm rocking.
Those are going to toe for you?
All straight out the box.
Straight to toe. All right, I feel you. So I can jump in for kicks of the day. We kind of get this thing kicked off. Episode 24, I kind of wanted to, shout out the man. We did back-to-back 11s last week for Mike Week. So this week I'm going to go ahead and go with a Kobe that I haven't brought out yet. This is going to be the Kobe 9. This was the China edition. This is from when Nike was doing a Rise campaign. So I really like this shoe. I got this. This came out in 2014. You and me got it. I was about to go back to school one day. I remember this vividly. It was a weekend. I was about to go back to Sam Houston State where I went to school, and we would stop by the Galleria to pick up something, and we went by the Foot Locker. These were in like the glass cases at the Foot Locker at House Hoops, and you were like, you should just ask them, see what size, if they have any sizes or anything. And I was still looking to just buy some shoes. I was going back to school, so I spent a little bit of money and came up on these, bro. So it was a huge come up that day. I love this shoe. It's got the you get the whole Chinese pattern right here down the whole tongue in gold and red. Oh man, that sold me right off the bat. I love that intricate detail there. You obviously get the gold little Achilles, but if you see in there pretty tight, you get there's also like a fabric pattern here. So really love that. You get gold speckle on the red midsole.
Y'all know Trey and his speckle. He love that speckle, y'all.
Speckle on the red midsole. If I had one Corey with the shoe, it would definitely be these orange lace eyelet things here, these little loops.
On the fly wire.
Why don't you just make it black, bro? Why wasn't it just black fly wire? But other than that, you get this XDR, extra durable rubber sole, which if you look on the inside of the shoe, it's like a tennis. It's like literally like a tennis sole. It's kind of hard when you first press on it. But when you walk on them for a long time, you actually realize how great it is for walking. So I definitely love the shoe. I've had the shoe, like I said, for 6-ish years now. And Kobe 9 China.
And Kobe was a big deal in China. Obviously, they love that man, as we all do around the world. But he had a special place in the Chinese culture over there. I wouldn't be shocked if you knew Chinese or Mandarin.
Right.
The man was well versed, so it's only fitting that he got his own Chinese edition of those shoes. I do remember the day you got them, and I was happy to be there with you to get those. So kudos to that. But
Oh no.
here we go.
Oh no.
My kick of the day, man. Oh man, oh man. You know what?
Guns.
You know what, man?
Big guns.
We was talking about the L meter earlier, but what we did not talk about were these right here.
Oh my God. No, you did.
Boy, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh man, I got the Nike Air Raids, boy, the 1992 classics. These came out the year that I was actually born, man. I love this shoe so much. It actually inspired one of my favorite shoes of all time, which were the Air Jordan 8s. So this right here, man, is super nostalgic for me. I love these things so much. Man, the straps are hard. Great toe box. Honestly, I just got these in right now, so I'm looking at these fresh with y'all as well. This is an unboxing right here, but everything is intact, and I remember it just as I did the first time I got them. So these are super hard shoes. The Nike Air Raid. Uh, yeah, man, these are gonna go great with like an Oakland Raiders jersey for this pair. But I can't wait for the Urban Jungle pairs to come out because those ones are gonna be hard too. Very these kind of remind me of the Air Veers. This came out around the same time with the Air Veers. Just a nice, thick, chunky, like get to work type of shoe wherever you play sports. So, and yes, man, this was the outdoor shoe. This was made for outdoors. I love this shoe so much. Nike Air Raid.
Yes, I'm very happy.
Yeah.
I'm very happy you got it. I know you wanted that shoe. You got it on sneakers?
Yeah, man. Actually, I didn't get them. I got them gifted to me. Somebody out there really does care about me, so they got me a gift and a donation. So, see what I'm saying? Donations, they go far, baby. They go far, man. They go
always
far.
taking donations.
Oh man, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm forever grateful for that person who did that for me, man.
Look at you. So kind. So kind. All right. So let's move it on. We'll jump right into fresh out of the box. So the first thing on fresh out of the box this week is going to be this man, Warren Lotas. All right. So we've talked about him in the past. This is the guy that was kind of making his own shoes, but clearly ripping off blatant colorways, some of the biggest and best colorways on some of our favorite dunks over the years. What do you think about Warren Lotas essentially being busted and getting sued by Nike over his counterfeit dunks?
Man, honestly, he should have saw this coming. As you know, most big names, they do want their credit for what it is. It would have been better if he had made a collaboration with Nike and then try to reiterate that or replicate whatever he was trying to replicate. He did take advantage of the likeness of a lot of these shoes, was starting off with the Heinekens, and then he made his way to the Stussy Cherries, and then eventually the straw that broke the camel's back was the Jeff Staple dunk, the SB dunk, the Pigeons. So even with the Jeff Staple cosign, I think that's the one that tipped over because Jeff Staple doesn't. He even owns that shoe. Nike owns all of the shoes. So Nike is seeking 3 times the damages for copyright infringement. It sounds like he's going to be in a heap of doo-doo. So I don't see him ever actually recovering from something like this. Now, what does this mean for his shoes, though?
Yeah.
I mean, I think this actually takes his shoes to new heights. Believe it or not, I actually think that there will be more coveted, being that these shoes are what caused the beef between people.
Strictly on a resale basis, though.
Yeah, strictly on a resale basis. If you have a pair now, I mean, it's no different than not having a pair. But if you have a pair now, flip it or wear it. I mean, there's only 1 or 2 options you can do with it anyway. But if you don't want to go down in history as one of those people that help supply a fake shoe, get rid of it, give it to somebody who will put it in a museum of some sort. But as for me, I never wanted them.
Donations?
No, this is not even. Yeah, I guess you can donate this to like the shoe museum or no. I'm not taking these. No,
you want the FBI running your crew?
No, hell no. I don't need no raids. I don't need nothing, bro. The only raids I need were the air raids. You feel me? So I don't need no FBI or CIA raids coming through my house trying to seize and desist. So, Warren.
Yeah,
wagging my finger at you. You get
so it was with the Heinekens, the Stussies, and I do think you're right. I think Jeff Staple fully committing to Warren Lotas is definitely what definitely push it over the edge, because I saw Nike like unfollowed Jeff Staple at one point on Instagram or something like that, and it didn't look good for sure. And Warren Lotas, the crazy part is a lot of his gear, a lot of his shirts were going for what, like $120, $140, and selling out instantly, bro. And he was pushing teams for like all the NBA teams and just throwing the skeleton look on it. And he was pushing those. So what does that do for that going forward? I don't know if this puts him completely out of business. I mean, assuming he gets fully sued for these shoes, this man is probably done designing anything. Um, but you're right, probably, bro. Yeah, I think you're probably right that if you got a pair right now, that shit going up.
Yeah, I would hold them and see what you can get out of it in the future. It'll definitely be one of those those talking pieces, man. It'll definitely be an icebreaker, something to start the conversation.
I saw Warren Lotas was going on other people's like on Instagram on other like people that were designing shoes and like, so does this count as a fake shoe too? And like I was like, man, that's tough.
Trying to bring everybody down with him. That's messed up.
Right. Yep. That's exactly it.
The likeness of his shoe and all the other Nikes from beforehand is just too obvious, man. It was way too obvious. I worry about the other artists out there who also do the same thing, like try to change the swoosh and make it original. But being that Warren had the highest success for his, you can definitely see how this is going to trickle down to all the other smaller people. And
would it be as counterfeit if someone just put like a hang tag on it and like maybe some holes in the side or something?
Yeah, man. When it comes to the likeness of it, like, I think when it comes down to it, it can't resemble more than, that of 30% of the shoe,
So a saying Virgil, if he was not with Nike, would be in trouble.
Yeah, Virgil very much so be in trouble. I believe so. All his LV shoes, man, like the ones that he does outside of Nike, you can obviously see where he gains the inspiration from.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't know. He definitely got a pass on all this because of where he was with Louis V and how hard he's worked to get where he's at and all that. But I mean, to me, a ripoff is a ripoff, bro. And I know his are going for buku, but man, tough one Lotus. But like you said at the very top of this, had to have seen it coming.
I had to have seen it coming, man. Yeah, the boy was blind. But it is what it is. We'll give y'all more updates as that case moves forward. I highly doubt there will be a settlement, but again, we'll keep y'all updated with more to talk about. Let's jump right into the next topic, which is going to be the sneakers app updated a nice little video. I think they're doing a 6-part episode series of the history of the dunks. As we know, this has been the year of the dunk. We got more dunks coming out, left and right. More and more people are trying to get their hands on these shoes that have been hidden in the shadows for years. So is there anything? Yeah, well, go ahead.
I think you're right as far as it's the year of the dunk, so it's nice to get the origin story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You definitely get the origin story. You get to see which cultures the dunk has really impacted the most. Well, did you learn anything from there?
From this first one, I wouldn't say I learned a whole ton, but I think some of the coolest parts for me were, they showed you how it's expanded. That's literally, they haven't gone all the way through 4 decades, but they've shown you that that shoe has been relevant in 4 different decades and how big it's been. I think that's really cool. I loved all the colorways. I think a lot of the colorways are super duper fire. There's not many that are wrong with the history of the dunks, but if I had to learn, I think I was kind of shocked to see that by the very end of it, the basketball that was like super hype, and I think it was like 84 through 86. And then they said by 87, it was already like super declining. And I was like, oh, so that's why I'm looking forward to the second chapter of history of the dunks, because I'm looking forward to see how long that decline lasts from 87,
Absolutely. I think for me, what I learned the most about it was that knowing that it started off as a basketball shoe, as in, like you said, when it hit that decline like that, I learned that skateboarders were the ones that actually were the people who were seeking it first. And as they seeked that shoe, that's when the birth of the Nike Dunk SB emerged. So I can't wait to see what they, how they take that story and they write that into there. So did you have a favorite shoe that you saw in there so far? A favorite cameo?
Ooh, I think the ones that I saw that I was like, damn, those are hard with a UNLV pair. Other than that, Syracuse catches me every time. Every time.
Syracuse's are hard, man, and low top or high top, those ones are filthy. The UNLV ones are nice too, man. You don't really consider UNLV to be one of those top tier schools, when you think about it, but being that they historically had a great basketball program, you have to include them in the conversation. I love the Georgetown pair. When they were talking about Patrick Ewing in there, they're like he wore them too. It's like, okay, so the shoe does have some great some great history behind it, some great accolades, and people of higher caliber were wearing them. So I think that's what I took the most out of it. I think they drop episodes every Friday. So, what you could do is on Wednesdays after you're done watching your Creased podcast, take your time to digest that on Thursday, and then get ready on Fridays to watch the new episode of.
That's the only way to catch your Saturday dubs on sneakers.
Oh man, what else do you want from us?
Only way.
It's the only way. Let's go on, man. What else we got going on?
So moving in, wouldn't be an episode without Kanye West. So moving on, we have seen some samples drop. The 1020 and the 1050 V3s. We've seen some unidentified pairs that have just kind of popped up. We have an orange pair, which is being declared the 1020. These are both extremely high pairs. We're talking like shin high pairs for these. They're definitely more along the boot, right? So it's definitely inspired, and it's supposed to be a boot. It's not supposed to be like a cat. It's for casual wear, I'm sure, in his eyes, but it is definitely boot height and everything. That was clearly the inspiration. The 1020 is more of the fashionable pair, I'd say. You get like the fabric overlays. I think it does have a zipper. Yeah, it has a zipper right up the middle. So on this one, I get kind of like old Adidas basketball look along the side, the way it has like the engravement in the mesh. It kind of reminds me of like a D Rose or a Dwight Howard kind of look in the back.
Even the EQTs.
The which ones?
The EQTs.
Oh, right. Exactly. So it's got all that kind of like just design in the back of the shoe, and you get the big 3 stripes down the side. Whereas the 1050, and like we said, these are unidentified pairs. These are just guesses at the moment. These are definitely, factory shots. It's a military boot with like a big cup on the end, very big cup on the very end of it. I feel like I've seen him wear these before. I don't know if I just caught it in a shot or something like that, but this is very much Wyoming.
Man, I'm messing with the 1050s. Them 1050s are hard.
You are.
Yeah, no, them 1050s are definitely something to talk about. Those 1020s, I'll leave them on the shelf for somebody else. Yeah, no, but them 1050s hard, bro. I really like those a lot. I can definitely see myself rocking those.
Hey, at least we got through 2 things that we agreed on.
Oh man, but hold on. What do we think about this unidentified pair that you're about to see right here? What do you think about this pair right here, Trey?
I'm not even judging this shoe. This is under a 0. I mean, I don't want any part of the shoe. This shoe's gonna be expensive, and I don't want it. I don't want it.
Oh man, yeah, we don't know anything about the technology behind it. We don't know if it has boost in it. Like it just looks incomplete at this point.
My guess is the 1070 probably.
So yeah, right. Just add another 20,
1080
numbers on it. Yeah, it might be an 1150. Who knows, man? But definitely looks out of this world. Another pair that I'll leave on the shelf, but 1050 is definitely coming home.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not mad at the 1020, and I want to see it in other colorways. I want to see it in an Azureth colorway on the 1020. Give me that.
I'll let you hold that one.
All right.
No,
so we can move on to the next one.
No confirmation on those either. Those are just out there, man. It's what we seen on the web.
Some dude was in the shop and was just like, got it. What TMZ?
Yo, you just sneaker TMZ. Yeah, got it. Ooh, on it.
All right, so episode 24. So it would only be right if we had a Kobe, so we do. Undefeated is teaming back up with Nike. They're releasing the Hall of Fame edition of the Kobe 5. So it's an all gold Kobe. You get like the Mamba, the Mamba look on the top. Throughout the whole upper, you get a lot of the snakeskin look. It is all gold. It's beautiful. The swoosh on the outside of one pair and the inside of the other pair is red outlined, and it fades to like a purple gradient, whereas the opposite swooshes are all purple. They're like metallic, all purple. So those are pretty sweet. I think my favorite part about this shoe is that it has the purple outsole and it gradient fades through the midsole to gold as it goes up, and then the whole upper is just shiny gold. So what do you think about these, bro?
These ones are really hard, man. This is that pair, obviously.
Yep.
They don't belong on court. They don't belong on anything. Like, this is that pair that you put away. You say you have it. I wouldn't even trade up. I wouldn't trade these for anything. These would be that pair. I love the incorporation of each one of his jersey numbers on the outside swoosh, 24, 10, and 8. I think it's just a great ode to Kobe. Man, hopefully I can get my hands on a pair. This one I think is going to be that last pair of Kobe 5s before they start introducing the Kobe 6s and all the other great Kobe shoes that came after. But this one, this is the breadwinner. I want this one.
I don't give many 10 out of 10s because it's just like 10 out of 10 means like perfection to me. So I don't give out too many 10 out of 10s, bro. And I think this is, I mean, it's got to be right there if it's not. It's a 9.8 to a 10. This shoe is absolutely gorgeous. Like you mentioned, it's got all the accolades in the insole of it. It's got detailing throughout the whole thing. Definitely my favorite of the year, undoubtedly. So
Kobe, the favorite Kobe's of the year.
This is my favorite Kobe of the year.
Okay, I thought you said like favorite shoe of the year. Cool.
Y'all stay tuned in because we're gonna do a favorite shoe of the year coming up later in a couple weeks, and this might be on that list. But we can keep moving on. With this being the Kobe episode, you know, we had to get the number one biggest Kobe fan we know to be on our episode with us, right?
It'll only be right. There'll be no other way to do this. So, with no further ado, we're going to introduce our first Creased Podcast interview with our friend Frankie. Stay tuned in for that, and we'll see y'all back here for Order Confirmed. What's going on, Creased fam? We'd like to bring you to a special edition of episode 24. Lo and behold, we have found me and Trey's biggest Kobe fan of all time. We've known this guy for a long time. He's even dubbed the Brown Mamba. Lo and behold, we got our man Frankie calling all the way from the East Coast. What's going on, Frankie?
What's going on, bro?
The Rock's in the building, baby.
Hey. The Brown Mamba in the building for sure. We appreciate you being here, bro.
Of course.
Definitely. So, you asked us back a couple episodes ago. It was actually at the beginning. It was the beginning of the Creased podcast when it started actually rolling for us. You're like, hey, man, it's like, I need to be on episode 24. And, you know, me and Trey had talked about it. And we're like, it only seems right that he's on there. You know, it's like there was no walking by you and not even mentioning an ESPN stat about Kobe Bryant. Or, you know, you probably tell us his stat line from the night before, you know, just walking by you. So we do appreciate you coming by, man. It's a really big honor.
Yeah, man. Like even going back to back in the day in middle school, like even your game and everything, bro. I know you mirrored it after him.
Footwork, everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything that stands out? Footwork, I know you just mentioned, but is there anything that really stands out, either mentality-wise or anything like that, that Kobe really brought to you in your game?
It's not even game. It's just like life today. Like I was talking to y'all before, just like studying for boards or even just doing whatever you want, like your passion. It's just, there's going to have to be a certain ego to it. It's like, you want to be the best? Like, I'm not doing this to be the second best, like I'm not trying to get second place. So it's just that mentality every time and wanting to learn. And he did it. I mean, he obviously did it, but there's got to be a balance too. Obviously, towards the end of his career, his body just broke down on him.
Yeah.
I mean,
For
but
sure.
he's still got 5 rings, and I'm sure he's not pleased with that, but make it because he knows he gave it his all. So that's all that matters, just giving it your all every day and improving,
Right.
That's what it is to me. So.
Definitely, man. Yeah, so it sounds like you have the mama mentality down to a T. And that's really good to cherish and to hold on to, because it's taking you places where you need to be in life. Do you have a favorite Kobe moment? Throughout his entire career, you did mirror your game after him. So there's got to be a point in time where you're like, this is Kobe Bryant, and like this is the guy that I admire to be more like every day.
There's a couple.
No, I already know it's gonna be tough for Frankie. I already know.
I mean, what would y'all say? I mean, y'all grew up with me. We grew up in that era. He's our Jordan, I think.
I mean, we talked about it during Mama Week, me and Trey, but MSG,
60, yeah.
When I think that's what took him from being a villain on the basketball court to being Kobe Bryant. He's like, "Oh, I'm here to dominate the game, and like you will have to face my wrath in order to get by me." So I think how many did he score at MSG? Was it 50?
60 flat, and then like I think Brown scored 56 with a triple double like a couple games after.
Stat line. See, this is what I was telling you. The boy got.
It's just like I remember that. Yeah, I just remember.
Carmelo got 61 though. Carmelo got
61 against the Bobcats, but
what I'm just saying.
It was the Bobcats too. I'm pretty sure. I think it was still the Bobcats then.
Mecca Okafor's Bobcats.
Yeah. Yeah, straight up. Yeah. But that's tough. Trey, do you have a favorite moment? I don't know. You gotta have one.
Yeah, I mentioned this one back in the day too, but and this one, I mean, the finale, bro. Like I just remember, it's like just my mind being blown that he was doing it, man, and it was incredible. And seeing Shaq after the game and all that on the court, bro, and just them embracing it, and it was a moment, bro. And him, obviously, the speech when he dropped the mic after the game.
Yeah, that's
the
like
whole aura of the whole like last hour was just incredible for sure.
Like, I'll try not to pick a signature moment, but because there's so many.
Right.
And I'm not gonna like do anything about him against the Rockets, him shooting on Shane. It's when he was in court for what.
Yep.
He had court during the day. He flew back to LA for a game against the Nuggets. Hit a buzzer beater against John Barry. Like court to court. That's just pretty crazy. It's like I don't even know if a coach will let you play if you come late to the game like that. It's crazy. Yeah. And then the 2 air balls rookie year against Utah in the playoffs. It's like if he didn't do that, I don't think he'd be where he is, because he needed that. And it's ballsy to even shoot the second time. It's like, like Trey and I are on the same team, freshman B team,
Hey,
if I airball once, I'm not getting the ball again. If I get it, my palms are probably sweating, and I'm not going to want to shoot it. But I'll probably shoot it because each shot, no matter how big the moment is, it's just a shot. You've done this plenty of times. It's simple, Yeah. A free throw is just as important as a last-second shot because it's that simple. It should be that simple if you put the work in.
Yeah.
So I gotta say those two, and him dunking on Clint Capella the last year.
Dude, you said you weren't gonna say anything about the.
I just loved it. I was just like, I loved it. It was nice. It was nice.
Oh man, didn't he serve up Yao Ming?
He did. He
Yeah.
served up. Yeah. Sean Bradley. Y'all need a Sean Bradley segment because a lot of people have served him up.
Yeah, that's not fair.
But
I think the best Kobe poster is him on Steve Nash, though. Steve Nash
hanging on the rim.
Yeah.
The Dwight one. There's that Dwight one.
Oh, right.
KG base. There's like 2 baseline dunks. The one at MSG and the one in Minnesota.
Oh man,
There's too many.
I forgot all about the Dwight one.
Oh, him on Chris Paul. That's a recent one.
Yeah, right.
And Brooke Lopez. Oh, that's probably my favorite Kobe poster. Yeah.
You got them all.
Him on Brooke. Easy. Yeah.
Damn. That's wild. So yeah, as you know, as much as we love talking about his accolades and everything, this is a sneaker show. So so just curious, do you have any favorite particular shoes, anything he wore at a particular moment, anything like that?
So I didn't realize this till later when we got like Instagram and stuff. Like he was a sneaker free agent, like after Adidas.
Yeah.
It's just like he wore whatever he wanted to. And he did. You can look this up. It's like the Converse,
Everything.
the Reebok. He had the answers.
Mm-hmm.
Jordans, especially the Jordan, Michael Jordan, like did like a 23 or he made like shoes for each season or whatever he did. But I know the 4, 5s, and 6s are the most probably the most popular to y'all or to the general public.
They're up there. They're part of the original one. Yeah.
Yeah. But my favorite one, the one that I actually own, I've never owned anything after the ones, but the Huarache 2K4s. That is my all-time favorite shoe.
I remember you in the Huarache. Sure.
It was a time where we needed basketball shoes because we were playing, but it's just it's the most beautiful shoe to me of all time. I've owned 2 pairs, and me owning 2 pairs is the same thing. It's a big deal. Even 1 pair, but 2K4 is easy. Huarache's easy.
Those were a fire shoe. Yeah.
So I don't know if that counts as his signature shoe, but that's his first thing.
For sure.
It wasn't his shoe, so to say. Like he just made the shoe, but Kobe wore it so well and did so many great things in the shoe that they almost gave it to him.
Yeah, and then the color length, just like the purple gold, like it was perfect.
Right. It led to a lot of other guys, wanting that shoe too, and we're continuing that line. And now we've seen guys really take that model on as their own as we've gone through time.
Yeah.
Griffin and everybody, they've taken on models like of the hyper dunks and stuff. So yeah, definitely. I think that's a good choice, bro, for sure.
That is my favorite shoe of all time.
Yeah. I like
Definitely.
Besides the Cortezes, they made me taller, so I like wearing them.
Cortezes aren't bad, man. Cortezes.
Another thing about the 2K, we used to wear them on the court and then we'd go outside. It's the same shoe back then, and yeah, they would hold up, man.
I don't think you'd see that today. It's just
a lot of the shoes are right on today. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Get holes in them and stuff. They're just made of mesh and stuff. A lot of those Nike basketball shoes upstairs on the upper levels and stuff. So yeah, it's not the same. Not the same.
And then I'm sure y'all know this, but it's like when he was with Adidas, it's like he wanted his shoe to look like the Audi, and like I don't know what the shoe, not the Crazy 8s obviously or whatever, but the other ones, the Kobe ones or whatever.
Kobe ones, yep.
Yeah, it's like I want this design like an Audi. I'm like, that's the European in them, It's
definitely super Italian of him to.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's just it looks like a UFO. It's just like I don't know.
Fair.
I mean, they're highly coveted to this day. The Kobe ones, the Adidas Kobe ones, they're still a very sought after shoe. Even though they might not be the most handsome or they are still highly coveted. So those things go for a couple $1,000s.
And it's like even off the court, it's like all his Nike commercials, like they're classic. You got the Yay. It's not even just Yay. There's so many people in there, but it's just like how good you want it to be, There's a lot of, and then him jumping over the Aston Martin, like a lot of Nike commercials. I mean, he killed it,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So those are favorite Kobe shoes. We've had your favorite Kobe moments, but we all know. Well, me and Trey know that you actually got to meet Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
So how was that? You got to meet the man himself. So what just take us through through that day, like every step that led up to you actually like, getting the picture with Kobe?
You can do it, yeah. So we were in high school senior year. I couldn't skip school, so I had to use what do we use? A campus visit. It counts as like a day, an excused absence.
Yeah.
Scheduling a tour. So my cousin had he's got the hookup in New Orleans. So it's like if you want to meet him, you gotta go to New Orleans. So we went to New Orleans, and that's 2010. So Chris Paul, I think David West was on that team. So we drove 6 hours to see him. First time seeing him play, first time even seeing him. It was epic, man. It wasn't my first NBA game, but it was just like, this is a god, bro. Like, it's crazy, man.
Did he have an aura? Did he have an aura around him?
Pat Gasol had like an aura around. I don't know if it was like fresh off the shower or what. I'm not lying. He's misty for real. That's an aura. So after the game, we had the tunnel pass and all that. But Trey knows this. He's in the league. It's just these guys want to get out, go to the next city or go home. Signed my jersey, still framed at home. Dapped him up. Got like a selfie before as a selfie, but it was cool, man. It's like those moments don't last long. And like I know Trey's seen Melo, I don't know how many times now, but those are slow seconds. And it's weird every time because I've seen him after that, and it's still just like, this is Kobe, it's crazy. Like, and no offense to LeBron or anyone, but it's just like, still LeBron, but he's not Kobe to me.
The magnitude of meeting Kobe Bryant, it's above that of meeting like LeBron James, but
yeah, I think only Jay could, for me, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
That's up there for sure. Oof.
But it was epic, man. It was everything I thought it was. It was just like, he's just sleeky, it's just like, you saw how people were dressing in the bubble. I think he would still wear a suit to the game in the bubble, just him.
Right.
Being how he is and stuff. But it was very special. And I still remember it till this day, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because that was 10 years ago. But.
That's incredible, bro. He signed anything? You said he dapped you up and you got a picture?
And he signed my jersey.
Hey. Oh
yeah.
My gosh.
And they won that year. It was 2010. It was the second time.
They did win that year.
Yeah, they beat Boston. Yeah.
That's what's up. Man.
So that was
the last one, huh?
Yeah, that was the last one. Yeah.
That's the last ring.
That was the last ring. Yeah. That was
Gasol coming out party.
Yeah. That was special.
And what a time, dude. I'm happy that I know somebody who has met Kobe Bryant. I think that's probably as close as I'll ever get to that man.
And Trey's, I don't know. No, Trey was with the Rockets back then.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to dap him up, Frankie. Like I was not dapping Kobe. I wasn't even near Kobe, bro. I seen him from the rafters. You dapped him up, bro.
You touched that man. So like
on the year he won the championship, bro, you got it in you.
Yeah, that'd be a Space Jam moment for me. Like, got to touch Kobe and like,
it was like
that magic.
That team had icons in a way. It's like Ron Artest is an icon in his own way. And then, in my opinion, you have one of the greatest coaches of all time. It's like, bro, like you're seeing all these people. It's crazy, Yeah. Like these are not just, I'm not saying Ron Artest is a Hall of Famer, but it's just, these are icons. Like everyone knows the name Ron Artest. He's got two names. Because, it's just crazy.
Yeah. Okay, how about I was thinking about how the Lakers now have the Kobe jersey. What do you think about the Kobe jersey?
So, okay, I have something to say on this. It's like they got a little too cocky right there. It's like we're wearing the jersey. I'm like, you don't know it's gonna be the last game. And in my mind, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, was that game 5 or 6? I think it was 6 or 5. No, it was 5.
It's
right?
5.
5, yeah.
5, yeah, because they won at 6. It was 5. And I'm like, and I love the job's not finished. I love they're paying respects and stuff, but it's just like y'all taking a little too far. It's just like if the job is not finished, you shouldn't be trying to wear this jersey right now. It's just, I didn't like it, and I'm like, I want them to lose today, and they did lose. It's just like, just you can honor them in like game 1, 2, but it's like the purpose of wearing that jersey that day was to close the series out. Let's all be
right.
I'm just like, y'all getting ahead of yourselves. Like,
it does seem a bit disrespectful to use it as like a good luck charm.
Yeah, and it's just like, yo, that's bigger than sports, and it's just, but I get what they're, like these people actually knew the guy. I'm like talking crap against them, but
no, that's your opinion.
I didn't agree with the way they did. I'm like, I'm not feeling this.
I feel you. I think a lot of people were on that same page.
That's a good question. Yeah, I didn't.
I'm sure the Heat saw that and they went off because they wore their white hot jerseys, and that's actually the jersey that they wore when they won the championship with LeBron for the last time. So
yeah, I wasn't feeling that, but trust Pat Riley, they'll be back.
Hey,
definitely, man. Well, Trey, you got anything else for Frankie?
No, man. I think you got anything else on Kobe you wanna put out there for?
You got some questions for us?
For one biggest Kobe fan I ever met, bro. So we appreciate you coming on the episode for sure.
Of course, we're gonna do it's gonna be the Creased shopping, like complex shopping. We're gonna do it. Probably go to TJ Maxx for me. Get it done. I'm keeping it real. We'll probably go to TJ Maxx. Bad shoes, but
that'll blow up for sure. That'll blow up.
It will happen when I'm home, and it's gonna be fun.
We'll probably find some Kobe's.
I don't know about that. Hey, you'll find some Currys because I saw them like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, that's not a diss.
Curry slander.
Yeah, but
whatever makes you feel good inside, man. But
yeah.
Whatever floats your boat, Doc. But we do appreciate having you today, and I'd like to thank you so much for this interview, man. It means a lot to us. Couldn't do 24 without the biggest 24 fan that we know. So,
thanks, man.
Much love and respect to you, Frankie. And kill those boards, man. Kill those boards.
Thank you.
We'd like to thank Frankie again for supplying us with that great interview about Kobe Bryant. Next time we will definitely have some more guests on. Hopefully we can get some more interviews going on the Creased Podcast. But until then, we're about to jump right into Order Confirmed. First up, we have the Converse Golf Wang Giano. This is Tyler Creator's third collaboration with Converse. Of course, he's also done the One Star in various colorways, and then he also did a Chuck 70 not too long after that. With the Gianos, he has 2 pairs coming out, one in a forest green colorway and the other one in a lavender. Both are sporting a cream outsole. These dropped on October 15th for $130. Trey, what's your take on these?
Ooh. These are not for me, dog. These are not for me. I mean, we know Tyler for going all out on some of his stuff, and this is one of the least of my favorite ever that he's done. This is just not cool to me. I wouldn't buy it for $130. It's got the big thick sole on it, which is cool nowadays. So I could see that it probably sold. The one thing that I'll say that I really dislike about it is like the gridded mesh on the tongue and on the like heel portions of the shoe. It's complete mesh, but it's like you can clearly see the grid. It's like an Excel sheet down the entire tongue. So I'm all good on those. Appreciate you though.
I think that's the style he was aiming for though. Tyler likes to be outside the box. He's been like that his entire career. I wouldn't expect any less from him in the fashion world as well. Unfortunately, I also agree with you on these. These are not the ticket right now. I think his One Stars were way better. I think those are probably his best collab with Converse yet. But $130 for this Gianos is a no-go for me. But congratulations on another collaboration. I'm sure y'all could check out Converse.com and see if there's any sizes still available.
Golf wine.
Golf wine.
So let's get into the next one. So it's this time we have the Nike SB Dunk Low Wheat Mocha. Right?
No, those are the rumored ones. I wish it was the SB Dunk.
I'm not trying to talk about no Air Force.
Come on, man. Come on. You don't like the Force.
So we get a Wheat Mocha Air Force One. This is coming out on the 17th for $130. What's your take on the Wheat Mocha iteration of the Air Force One?
Okay, this year's Air Force One. This year's Air Force One is not the same as the years past. Yeah, I'm not riding with these, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's the brown midsole that really kills it for me. Like the chocolate. Now I get why somebody would want it, but to me, this does not scream out. Well, I mean, I guess that's why they call it the wheat mocha instead of just wheat or flax like they've done years prior. But this is like the signal. Like this shoe is the signal of the beginning of fall, because everybody knows around this time of the year, whenever Nike drops these, it signifies that fall is coming. So but this year round, I'm not riding with these. $130. They are sold out on sneakers, and they came out on 10/17.
You're gonna get a ton of Timberland jokes.
Oh man, yeah. The butters, not the yutters. Not the yutters. Oh man, nah, definitely not. No, I think Timbos are actually better than this, but
I probably agree with you. Yeah. So, all right, let's keep it rolling. So, also we're gonna stick with Nike, and also gonna stick with the fall theme, in particular Halloween. So Nike has a bit of a pack coming right for Halloween, but we're getting this piece by piece. So the first two we're gonna knock out on this week's order confirmed is going to be the Halloween Air Max 97 and the Nike Air Trainer 3 Dracula / New Orchid, as it is called on the sneakers app. The Air Max 97 is primarily like black and purple. You get a whole suede. It's kind of like the midsole up to the tire toe cap and stuff is purple suede on the 97, which I like a lot. I think the big selling point on these, everybody loves the green dripping slime down the side. It's hard to beat. It is a very cool, very Halloween looking shoe. This is one of those ones you can pull out every Halloween. You're going to get questions about them. So that's really cool. You want to walk us through the Air Trainer 3?
Yeah, Air Trainer 3 is going to be a primarily black. I believe it's primarily black, with a red swoosh, white toe box. The insoles are going to have a Dracula face on one, and then the Nike branding on the other. This one doesn't really scream so much Halloween to me. It's kind of hard to identify them as a Halloween shoe from the outside appearance.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. You get like it's a Raptors colorway, right? It's like you get a little bit of purple on the inner lining, so it's kind of just Raptors colorway. But if you don't see the insole, then you're right. It's kind of just an Air Trainer 3 in the interesting colorway.
Yeah. Those are set to drop. These actually dropped yesterday. Excuse me. These dropped yesterday for $180 for the Air Max 97, which I think would probably be the better shoe. And then they have the Air Trainer 3, for $130.
Right.
So
we agree that this is already better than the Reebok pack.
Yes, by far. Definitely better than those ankle reapers by a long shot. Definitely. So that has been order confirmed. So your order is officially being confirmed. Next up, we got tracking order, and this is going to be a juicy one. We like this. We love tracking order, guys. This is the best ones. These are the pairs to anticipate coming out for the remainder of the week. First up, we got the Supreme Air Max Plus. We got all three pairs. They're all dropping for $180 on the sneakers app on November 1st. Oh, excuse me, not November 1st. October 22nd. Excuse me. So They've already dropped one time. They did the Supreme drop. I think it was week 7 last week, where they did that. So this week they're gonna have the mean greens and the fire pink pairs available on the app. Trey, what's your take on these?
I think you would think that I don't like these. So I will say the mean green pair is a bit much for me. Okay. The colors are a bit bright for me. I think these designs, they got a chance. They got a chance, right? The fire pink pair, that's the one out of all three that I see myself wearing the most. The white pair that's coming out on November 1st, separately from these other two, that pair it's definitely the most basic, and it's all white, if I'm not mistaken, with like red detailing. So
it's the staple. It's the staple one. It's
right there, Supreme logo, right?
Yeah,
it's nice. I like the fire pink pair though, and it might be because it's primarily black. Don't get me wrong, but you know, these are something I would be willing to possibly look at for $180 for sure.
I'm very shocked, Trey.
I just figured, bro.
I couldn't agree with you more, actually, because these are
maturation. It's called maturation. I like Converse last week. I liked a pair of Chucks last week.
Okay. We're excelling. We're moving up in this world, Trey. I like this. I like this Trey, guys. I like this Trey. This is a good Trey. Yes. So like you said, fire pink pair, I think is going to be the hard ones. Those ones are definitely going to be the hot ticket. The mean greens, I think they did a little bit too extra on the mean green. What I do like about the shoe altogether is that they took what's considered, I guess, the teeth or the webbing of the shoe, and they mixed it and made it say Supreme across the side. So that's how they put their own little flair on there, and it's a really good touch as well. You know, if you didn't read between the lines, and you know, you probably could have missed that. For you hype beasts, they only cop Supreme because it says Supreme. But I do look forward to trying to get the fire pink pair and also the white pair. I think the white pair is really dope too, so I'm gonna look forward to that in November as well. Those drop on the
tomorrow. Those two tomorrow,
22nd. Yes, tomorrow. So I am looking forward to those. I wear size 12, so give some donations. What we got up next, Trey?
All right. So next, New Balance popping in with another collab. So this time around, Versace, Vice President of Versace men's footwear and luxury design, my man Saleh Bimbury. He has a New Balance coming out, is the 2002 R, right? And so we did a little bit of research on this shoe. The entire sole is from a whole different shoe. It's from an 860 V2, which is more of a running model, which is why you see kind of like the creases and the indents in the running model sole on the shoe. But I think it's pretty cool for a collab. I always rag on people for not doing enough on collabs and not really putting their own style into it. And I feel like he really knocked this one out the park, right? So he mixed shoes. He has a great inspiration on the colorway, which happens to be the Antelope Canyons in Arizona. The beautiful orange sunset and everything is clearly represented on the shoe. It's got the rugged suede upper. And then, of course, I think the main thing you don't really see if you don't look into it, but the New Balance logo on the side is like puffy cloud logo. And I think that is also beautiful little detail. These are coming out on the 23rd for $150. Definitely getting these, right? These are a no-brainer, right?
New Balance, take my money now. These are hot, bro. These are definitely really, really hot. Perfect fall shoe as well. What a great color. I mean, I think it'd be great year round, honestly. But Salah, you know, he knocked it out the park with this one. I'm happy for him. This is a great collab. You know, he pulled a Sean. He pulled a Sean Witherspoon, you know, soul swapping, you know, one shoe, putting it on another. So, you know, kudos to him, man. He killed it. He killed it for sure. I will be ready. $150, 1023. You know what I'm saying? So,
Versace got them a winner.
Oh yeah, Versace. Hey, shout out Migos. Oh man. Okay. Last but not least, we could not wrap up episode 24 without not talking about the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? It's an easy layup with this one. This is the LeBron 18 Lakers colorway. It's going to be a primarily black shoe with a purple heel. with gold accents. Of course, LeBron was wearing his LeBron 18s whenever he won the title. Most recently, outside of the NBA bubble. Of course, these are not the orange mint. What were they?
They were sexy is what they were.
Those were sexy, but these are also nice. I like these ones a lot. The LeBron 18 is the newest shoe, his latest shoe on the line, which is introducing the knit posit, which is like a thicker fly knit material. Of course, it still has fly wire and it has the full zoom outsole as well. Trey, what's your take on these, man? You like these or not?
Few things. So we didn't give the Lakers any recognition last week. So
well, they're not the Rockets.
I know, right? So you're not. Congratulations on your title. Have a great summer. The 18 we also didn't talk about. I think the 18 on the knit posit is fantastic. I do think it looks really good on the upper. The whole upper looks like one big piece, and I love that about it, especially when you're hooping. You don't want stuff flapping around. You don't want the laces being all over the place. This locks everything down, and it's just a big mesh knit upper, right? So you get that, and then that hard sole with the bubble that you can see on the heel. I think he did a great job. I think this is definitely my favorite in the last couple. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. It's been hard to be a LeBron, a Nike LeBron fan. You know?
I agree.
I think the last best ones were the 15s. 16s had a good few pairs. I was going to talk about the 17s at all. Those were awful. But this pair, I think, really knocked it out the park. I think it's a great shoe. Look forward to a gift or donation. But I'm not going to spend $200 on these personally.
No way.
But,
catch you at the outlet.
Yeah, catch me at the outlet with my Finish Line coupons or my Foot Locker Easy Access, whatever it be.
Big fat.
But those drop on October 23rd for $200 via the Sneakers app. And that is going to wrap up episode 24 to 4. You know, we had to do it to them. It's been great. If you made it to this portion of the video, that means that we love you. We appreciate your support. And please, if you could, comment, like, share, subscribe. Press the subscribe button, press the notification button on the side right there. Ring that bell. Make sure you know whenever we're dropping new material. Trey just dropped a new mail call video for those Air Jordan 4 PSGs, looking hella dope. Happy for him on that pickup.
Big dubs.
Trey, what else you got for the people, man?
Man, just appreciate y'all watching. As you said, go subscribe everywhere. Love being here with you every week, dog. Loved having the interview this week. I feel like the Kobe episode was great. So yeah, everybody that got to this point, we really appreciate you.
Absolutely, man. And just like always, ain't no half stepping around here. So we will catch y'all for episode 25. Until then, guys, peace.